Well, you're almost to the yard. There's really not much of a yard here. It's just around that bend down there. See if I can zoom in. It looks like Maintenance Away has posted some rock here. Some ballast rock. Well, it's a good bivouac. I don't know what happened to all the camps. There used to be a lot of home bum camps down here. I don't see any now. That's Interstate 26 going over. I don't know if I can get up. What I thought. Yeah, I'm not gaining much altitude. Yeah, there ain't no camps down here anymore. Well, they buried my tag. I was signed in on that mid post a little further down. That's back towards town, Johnson City. See if I can do this without breaking my other arm. Yeah, actually that was kind of fun. Hopefully Norfolk Southern will come along. I'm gonna go check this little creek out. God, my eyes are so dang bad. I can't believe in the almost 3 months since I've been laid up, my dang eyes have gotten progressively worse. I've tripped 3-4 times walking here. That's gonna be an issue to have to overcome when I start riding again. Maybe, yeah, blackberry. I don't know if I'd want to walk on that or not. I didn't bring my paint pen. Tag on that. I'm gonna get Ken to show me how to edit the videos again. I caught some of it, but I'm not sure how much of this I'm gonna edit out. But maybe I'll just keep it going. And I know there's some viewers, subscribers that, as long as I'm on the tracks, they're pretty interested in seeing everything, so I may just keep it going. Yeah, I still got to download Windows 10 on that laptop subscriber sent me. It's got Windows 7 on it, but I can't get any of the software to work right on it with Windows 7, so once I figure that out, I can start editing with a program maybe. And get them cameras to working good, but for right now, well, see, I can't see more than 15 foot, I'm not really sure how. It's been a while since I've been down there, and it's really not much of a yard anyway. Mostly gondolas and overflow boxcars. Kind of like they store them everywhere you see there's rails. There'll be a place, a sideline rip track, where they'll store overflow cars. And overflow cars are ones that, like, well, see, the railroad traffic fluctuates like the stock market, and they have a full reserve of cars during peak times when people order commerce or goods commerce. Then if some of the orders fall behind, there's no use for a certain amount of cars, so you got to take in that into account. So any overflow cars not needed, they'll store, instead of using the yard to store cars in, they just use old dead lines. I don't know how bumpy this video is going to come out. There's honeysuckle. Boy, just being out here on the rails, my God, I wanna ride so dang bad. Just right now, I don't have the money, so the nearest hop out spot's up in Bristol, and that's like, I think $21 on Greyhound to get there. And the railroads really aren't being affected by this virus. If anything, it probably you probably have a little extra commerce being moved right now. I know when this first come out, a lot of people were asking me, would the railroad shut down? I'm like, oh, heck no. Trucking and railroad, freight on overseas containers, all that. Up there's a derail. They always paint it bright yellow or red, and just so it's the exact piece can be identified better. See, this one's a one-way derailer. You see that lip right here? Well, if a car were to see when they put them down in a old rip track, they'll set the handbrake on them to apply the brake so they don't roll. But if so happens one does get rolling, they get down to this point, and that inner lip on the wheel of the flange rolls up on top and off the other side. They'd rather it derail than roll on out there towards the main and cause a derail collision. And those derailers, they just, once you unlock it, then you just fold. It's on a bolt, and it just folds over and lays right there open. And then when they're ready to replace it back, they just flop it back over and lock it up. But I'm not sure if I'm going to upload this video or not. If you don't mind, leave in the comments whether you like long videos like this. That really, the thing I'm concerned about is they're kind of boring in between interest points. And there, you'll see these marks painted on tracks too. See that yellow? Well, that's the point you stop the very front of the locomotive when approaching the switch. Otherwise, you go past that point this way, the clearance from this track is no more. So you have to keep that exact distance between farthest points here. See, right here is where the track I'm standing on starts heading towards the main. So you don't pull the locomotive up past that. the cattle guard is usually what they use for measuring the front of the train. They consider the bottom lip that comes out on the cattle guard the nose of the train. Well, if this was a live video, if somebody hears a train, let me know. Ain't doing me no good now. But there's so many road crossings up ahead and behind me that I'll hear a train. There's no way a train will come through without blowing the horn, and I'll hear it when it's about 8 feet away. No, I'm completely deaf in the right ear and probably about 60% in the left now, and 2200 vision, so I'm kind of like marching when I take a step, just in case one of them sleepers, one of them ties is poking up a little bit. Man, this ain't too bad of a walk. Actually, it feels really good to get out and see what I'm kind of capable of. But I've been ready to ride for about a month now. I'm not even sure if Greyhound's running. But let's see if I can think of anything else to talk about. Maybe the signal. We get up here, there's got to be a signal because we're right by a switch, like a reset signal. And I believe it's ABS through here. I'm not sure. It's either ABS or CTC. ABS goes by blocks. And there's dispatch that controls each block, or the activities that go on in that block. And a block is your point, like, yeah, there's a signal from that point to the next one, or this point behind me to the next signal. That's a block. And it'll either be red, orange, or green. And man, I wish I'd have brought my paint pen. Yeah, that yard, I still don't see it. I know it's up here. It's just when you're on a freight train, doesn't take you that long to get to the next point. But usually, like if you have a yellow on your signal, that's either going to mean your next signal is going to be a red, or it could go back. I might do a video specifically on ABS and CTC dark territory. Yeah, dark territory is my favorite. There used to be a division from Wilmer, Minnesota to Aberdeen, South Dakota. It was dark territory. Means no signals anywhere on the line. It's just completely, you go by radio and sight. And that's where them track torpedoes and fusees come in. Like if there's a train working in the area, they'll put one of them track torpedoes. It's got lead arms on each, and you just fold it over on the track. When the train hits it, it goes off like a damn cannon blowing up. And it's made out of the same material that is inside of a fusee. If you ever break a fusee in half, you'll see that yellow looking sulfur compound in it, kind of like solid rocket fuel. Smells like diesel, kerosene. It's supposed to be the same type material in that's flammable, but it just goes off all at once with track torpedo. Yeah, I am out of shape. I can only imagine what a 75-pound Molly 2 backpack would be like. Yeah, I still can't see up that far. think I see some railroad cars. Let me zoom up. I'll just use my phone to get in there. Let's see. I do believe that is railroad cars. I didn't realize I had my phone zoomed it a little bit. Wondering why I couldn't get my feet in it. There's your marker, 24 on it. Well, in this case, it's to the next division, 24 miles to Bristol via rail. So if I walked exactly 24 miles on these tracks, I'd be either at the division point or the first track in the yard. Yeah, I believe I'm coming up on some railroad cars. If I can hold this camera still. See what else I can talk about. Yeah. The clearance between the rail, I don't know, 56.5 inches. Okay, I think we're coming up on a switch. Actually, that siding there is actually used. It's not all rusted over. I just never seen any cars in it. I know they've been in there since the last rain or dew. Oh, I gotta be careful here. Whew, wow, wow. Yeah, there's a computer switch right here. And there'll always be manual too in case there's no electric. You could still throw the switch right there with that arm. But it'll get a signal, and there's an electric gear inside that box that spins. And these arms here, they have gears on the side of them that either pull or push that track into the other position. They're pretty neat to hear when they go off. Yeah, we're on the yard. Hell, I think I see a dadgum crummy. Yeah, I believe I see a dang caboose. I can't look ahead. I'm constantly having to look at my feet so I don't trip because I'm so dang blind. Oh man, this is hard. It's always been dark when I've been down here, so I didn't realize this yard was that big. They usually count over from the main. God, I thought that was a damn train behind me. That jet airplane I'm just now hearing. Truck. I thought that was a jet engine. I think I hear a jet engine too. I just had a vision of a train being 8 foot behind me when I heard that. I still can't. Let me zoom in on it. I still can't tell. It's so dark. It's so bright out here. My camera's so dark. Oh, it may be a work truck. Got a work car on it. Yeah, it's probably maintenance away equipment. Heck, this is one of the videos you could actually not have to look at. Just listen to it. Yeah, that's maintenance away. MOW equipment. That's the machine that drives the nails in it in the track. Them claws there, that's what lifts the rail up or down. And then it stamps those railroad spikes down into the sleeper into the railroad ties. But when it stamps them, it goes. You can see once they get to where they're going, they can flop these connectors down. It's like a little bridge, metal bridge, and they just roll the cars over every single car. Hope this video's going. It's really sucked if I got down here and realized I did all that for nothing. Well, it wouldn't be for nothing. I'm still getting out. I'm not even going to mention COVID-19 like I just did, as this video will probably be up till I die. People, well, I don't think anybody's going to forget COVID-19. Yeah, that SARS epidemic and H1N1, all those are coronaviruses too. There's like 7 different strains of that stuff. I think COVID-19 is the one that most common. They call it 19 is because that's the year it started out, like with its new copies of a different, kind of like flu virus changes every year, so does COVID and the rest of them. Yeah, it's a scrap car here, kind of like an extra high gondola. Yeah, I've never seen cars getting worked in this yard either, but you know they do by the shine on the wheels and track. Not much. Actually, they may be gonna, I didn't check the angle cock on the end of the one on my left. That's actually a cut. It may go out. Yeah, the angle cock's turned on this one on the right. It's shut. So they'll pull this car out that way. Because, see, the braking air can't go past that valve. So you can set the brakes and release them when it's like that. That's the way, either or that's the direction they backed that car down in here. I can't tell if that box car is coming or I'll find the way that you tell how old the car is. Every car has one of these. It was built in September of 1982. And if it's ever been rebuilt, it'll say RBLT, and it'll give the date for the rebuilt. And that's CEFX. Gondola. There are a few scrap yards close by. Looks like they're empty. Yeah, there's built December 98. This might have a rebuilt date. Built January 1972. Heck, I'm gonna re-look at this video before I upload it. I may just upload it without editing it. See, angle cock turned. Now to open it, you just lift up and push over. See, you have to lift it up though. It's a safety. It's a safety thing, so they don't accidentally get knocked. I think it's just all gondolas. Yeah, cross over here. Maybe not. Yeah, I hate crossing these those rotary couplers. Not as nimble as I used to be. But that's about all the information I can think of right now. Yeah, it's just that maintenance away flatbed over there anyway. Nothing to see here. Move on. Nothing to see. What was that movie with Leslie Nielsen? Had a big crash or something, and that cop saying, "Nothing to see here." Or no, it's Leslie Nielsen holding back the big crowd. If you can remember that name of that movie, let me know in the comments. I think it was Naked Gun or one of them. Yeah, like that Austin Powers, all those names of girls, and like Lotta, Miss Vagina, Dixie, Normus, Miss Demeanor. It looks like maybe a concrete plant. I smell it anyway. But that's about it. I guess I'll go ahead and shut the video off. If anyone finishes the entire video, let me know if that's kind of like what you're talking about. And if I do see any comments, I'll know someone did watch it all the way to the end to hear what I just said. But for now, Shoestring will go.